Well, holy crap. So I was working on some updates to my Tesla valuation model. Just posted those on Patreon. And by the way, link in the description if you want to see those. Join at the investor level and above. Big updates, by the way. When I wrapped up, I jumped on X to see what's happening. Any breaking news? And boy, oh boy, do we have a big one today. A clearly incompetent and or corrupt judge has avoided Elon Musk's 2018 compensation plan. A little bit of an insight into how incredibly corrupt things are at the moment. And how when I say that Elon bad is the current thing, I really mean Elon bad is the current thing. This is just insane.
A judge has voided Elon Musk's $55 billion Tesla pay package. We want to go now to Bloomberg Technology co-host Ed Ludlow in San Francisco. Ed, what else can you tell us?
Well, in the first instance, Tesla's shares are down significantly in the aftermarket, more than 2%. What shareholders alleged in their suit is that Tesla's board and its directors did not act with impartiality when setting the $55 billion compensation, which is a historic record for any compensation package for a publicly traded CEO. Yeah. And the judge in this case, Kathleen St. Jude McCormick, is agreeing with that in the sense that investors had to go hunting to clarify whether or not there were conflicts of interest in the apportioning of that reward. And as you can see, the market paying attention, when Musk took the stand to basically defend his position in that compensation, he said, well, I had nothing to do with it. I don't set my own pay. So how could there be any leverage that the board would put over me or me over the board, which is what the conflict of interest in question, the concern was about.
So just to be clear, Tesla shareholders themselves voted massively in favor of this 2018 compensation plan. The people who it actually matters to, the actual shareholders of Tesla stock, voted in favor by a significant majority for this compensation plan. Clearly, if Tesla shareholders, who literally own the fucking stock, are voting in favor of Elon Musk's compensation plan, that they believe it's in their best interest. So this is a reasonable starting point. Recall, Musk's 2018 compensation plan included mandatory market capitalization milestones. In other words, when the plan was announced and then approved, Tesla had a market cap of under $60 billion US, and the only, I repeat, only way for Elon Musk to tick off any of these milestones and actually be compensated, only, keyword, only way, was to create massive literal value for Tesla shareholders, with increases in the market capitalization required. And he delivered the goods. Tesla stock surging more than 10x, reaching the final market cap milestone of over $650 billion. Again, if Tesla shareholders themselves did not see the value of their investment increase meaningfully, Elon Musk doesn't get any compensation. This was a brilliant eat what you kill performance plan. It wasn't just about market cap. There were also underlying financial metrics that needed to be met around revenue and adjusted EBITDA. But in addition to the financial metrics being met, it was mandatory that market cap milestones were also achieved and maintained. Otherwise, zero compensation for Elon Musk. So clearly, this is a compensation plan that was directly tied to performance from a financial point of view and to the benefit of Tesla shareholders who would see their investment increase substantially. This really matters. Just a quick snippet of an article from Al Root. Lawyers trying to overturn the pay package argued, in part, that disclosures were inadequate, but the 2018 proxy statement has many pages explaining the award and the milestones Musk needed to reach to earn the options. And the pay award was passed with 81% of the vote. Now, regarding the proxy statement, it's true. I've literally gone through the exact statement. I covered it in the past. I've covered it multiple times, in fact. It clearly states what's involved. It's hard to argue there was inadequate disclosure when Tesla literally published a proxy statement to inform investors, it's public, of the exact details of the compensation plan. The extremely corrupt judge, yes, I did call the judge corrupt, deal with it. McCormack criticised the board's process, calling it, quote, deeply flawed. By the way, this is the same judge who forced Musk to follow through with the purchase of X after he discovered that Twitter had created extremely misleading numbers around monthly active users, and the way they were reporting numbers of bots had more red flags than a Chinese Communist Party. Totally unrelated matters, of course. I just thought I'd mention that randomly. And pointed out that members of the compensation committee had long-standing relationships with Musk. Tesla was, quote, unable to prove that the stockholder vote was fully informed because the proxy statement inaccurately described key directors as independent and misleadingly omitted details about the process. So what the judge here, again, who is extremely corrupt, is suggesting is that despite the fact that the board are independent, apparently Elon Musk behind the scenes is somehow pulling all the strings, just as conjuring up some supposed scenario of which there's no evidence. It's not something that you can prove or disprove either. This is batshit insane. A quote from Dan Ives. This is a head-scratcher decision in the eyes of the street, but now it unlocks the board to create a new compensation package for Musk that can supersede this, looking ahead and lock Musk in for Tesla through 2030. Another quote here from a law professor. I guess they will have to redo the pay package. The same person also mentioning that the same judge, was critical of Tesla's corporate governance and was involved in forcing Musk to follow through with his Twitter purchase. Now, this is a picture of the judge, C-Bomb McCormick, I think her name is, something like that, has a Bachelor of Arts degree in philosophy from Harvard. Great start. Musk posted this on X. Should Tesla change its state of incorporation to Texas, home of its physical headquarters? For those who are unaware, in short, were Tesla headquartered in Texas, corrupt judges like McCormack would not be able to fuck Tesla shareholders or its current leader, at least not so hard. 2 more posts from Musk here. Never incorporate your company in the state of Delaware. And I recommend incorporating in Nevada or Texas if you prefer shareholders to decide matters. Now, call me crazy here, but what do you guys think? Most people watching are Tesla shareholders. Do you think that shareholders of a company should be the ones who get to vote on things like this? For example, Tesla shareholders who almost unanimously approved Musk's 2018 compensation plan, literal fucking shareholders? Or do you think corrupt judges, yes, I said it one more time, corrupt judges should be able to retroactively decide that, no, the Tesla shareholders who voted in favour of this plan, who thought it was in their best interest, were wrong because some dickhead with literally 9 shares of Tesla, backed by a money-hungry law firm, finds an activist judge who knows that Elon bad, because that's the current thing, and decides, no, those shareholders are wrong, fuck you guys, fuck Elon, fuck Tesla, this is bullshit, and retroactively rescind the compensation plan. It's madness, seriously. The gall of this judge. I mean, I personally think this is, by the way, not as big of a deal as it seems. This is utter corruption. I'm sure Musk would win on appeal. And it also gives the board an opportunity to come back with a revised compensation plan. Shareholders can vote on that again. As far as I understand, I'm not an expert on this stuff. Get it ticked, so it might actually work in Musk's favour in the long term. You can have a new plan that gives him more control, which he's been after anyway. But it's so crazy. I mean, this would be almost as crazy as a judge. This is a hypothetical example, just randomly deciding that a real estate mogul had inflated the values of their properties and decided on a whim that the value of a piece of real estate they have that easily, based on comparable sales, will be worth well in excess of $1 billion, was worth a few tens of millions. But of course, something like that would never happen. I don't know why I mentioned that. For those of you who understand what I'm referring to, exactly. Gary Black had this to say. Judge McCormick overcomes the law by presuming the shareholders in approving the plan didn't know the board was controlled by Musk. Tesla board merely needs to reapprove the comp plan, disclose the desired language about control from the judge, and shareholders will overwhelmingly approve the plan again. Going forward, Elon needs to allow the comp committee and board to formulate his CEO comp plan independently. One final point I'd like to make, just the absolute insanity of this, right? After hours, this news breaks, Tesla stock down 2.55%. After this, one more time, extremely corrupt activist in judge's clothing, who certainly knows that Elon bad, because that's the current thing. Don't forget Elon bad. In an attempt to supposedly protect Tesla shareholders, has damaged Tesla shareholders to the tune of, well, let's work it out now, cumulatively approximately $15.3 billion. What a silly Now, don't worry, of course, guys, because this is the only ever instance of clear and brazen corruption, anti-Elon corruption, Elon bad being the current thing. But I do just want to wrap this up, just underscoring the key points here. More than 80% of Tesla shareholders voted in favour of this 2018 compensation plan. Compensation was directly tied to financial metrics and, in addition, required Tesla's market capitalisation increasing substantially, which would obviously directly benefit Tesla shareholders, the ones who already voted for the plan. And now this gigantic see you next Tuesday has taken it upon herself to fuck Elon and fuck Tesla shareholders while claiming to be acting in their best interests. But again, I don't really think this is a big deal. The board's going to come back. There'll be a revised compensation plan. I'm sure Elon will win this on appeal. But perhaps this provides a little bit of an insight into how incredibly corrupt things currently are. I'm just kidding. I'm a conspiracy theorist. This is a great decision and it's got nothing to do with Elon bad being the current thing. I'm just going to take off my tinfoil hat now and stop being a conspiracy theorist. Man, I really did miss a lot while I was updating my Tesla valuation model, didn't I? By the way, seriously, I did make the update on the valuation model. If you want to see it, some pretty big changes, especially around the bot AGI. Doesn't have a big impact until about 2029 and starts to have a massive impact out till 2033. If you want to join Patreon at the investor level and above, you can check that out. Or if you're tied us, you can just have a look at the final outputs, the fair valuation. Everyone can access that. Check the link in the pinned comment to join Patreon. See ya. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 has given me a massive, meaningful boost in energy, allowing me to do a lot more every day, including using my brain more and using my body more. I highly recommend you guys and girls check it out. It's an excellent way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's got 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus prebiotics and probiotics and digestive enzymes and adaptogens to help you deal with stress. Plus, if you click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, you can get yourself a 1-year free supply of vitamin D3 and K2. But don't take my word for it. Here's what some of you guys and girls have to say. AG1 has changed my life. I was, as you described, treating myself like a circus, ate like trash, rarely exercised, used alcohol as a stress crutch, cannabis also. AG1 is what gave me the kick in the ass, got me back to the gym, motivated me to do more for myself, family, my business, etc. Keep doing what you do. Now, I know there's some skeptics, the same kind of people who think Elon Musk is a fraud, reading this going, what do you thought? There's no way that's possible, bro. It must be a placebo effect. Believe it or not, this is a recurring theme. If you give your body everything it needs to feel and perform its best, including having a lot more energy, you'll need ways to use that energy. For me personally, that includes more exercise, moving my body more social activity, and more cognitively demanding tasks, including producing a ton of exclusive content over on Twitter and on Patreon, plus my daily YouTube uploads. The proof's in the pudding. On to another testimonial from a viewer of this channel. SMR, you asked me to provide feedback on AG1. Here it is. It has helped with mental acuity, stamina, and intestinal waste management. Can't read between the lines. It certainly helps with regularity and digestion. That's what the digestive enzymes are for. It has also dramatically reduced my cravings for sugar. You guys need to stop eating sugar. It's fucking poison. I'm 50, 5'9", and overweight, aka a fat motherfucker. I think that's a technical term for overweight, isn't it? Is it fat motherfucker or obese? I can't remember. I average 100 hours a week in the West Texas oil fields as a safety supervisor. Jesus Christ, dude. No wonder you're struggling to keep your weight under control. 100 hours a week. Brutal. It has helped me lose weight. It is not an appetite suppressant. It can help fat people suppress cravings, and motivation to be healthier is critical for changing your diet. Love you, brother. Again, this is a great point. It's something people really don't seem to grasp. If you have more energy, everything becomes easier. It's like turning on easy mode for life. A few years ago, before I was taking AG1, my health was trash. I was struggling to get through the day, had afternoon fatigue. The last thing I wanted to do was either use my brain or move my body. Didn't have the energy. Now, my biggest struggle every day is figuring out ways to use that energy. I'm exercising way more, doing a lot more with my friends and family, and of course, my work output has increased substantially. And you can fact check me. Check out the average length of my videos I was posting to YouTube 3 years ago. Need I say more? And one final testimonial. Love this one. Okay, here's the deal for me with this AG1 shit. I'm 41 years old and not the type to eat, drink, smoke, or sleep healthy, so I was skeptical. That being said, here's what I experienced. Day 1, meh. Day 2, afternoon fatigue was about 45 minutes late. Day 3, 0 afternoon fatigue. Day 4, 0 afternoon fatigue plus extra energy. Day 5, again, 0 afternoon fatigue plus energy, wondering, what the fuck, really? See, this is the thing, right? The results for many people are just almost too good to be true. This is the same experience I had. My afternoon fatigue just vanished out of nowhere. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Why am I not tired in the afternoons anymore? Surely, it's not that AG1, is it? Turns out it was. Day 6 and 7, same thing. Day 8, same thing. Plus, I had the want to get things done around the house that I normally would slack off and not get done. Again, the point, extra energy, you'll need to use it, you'll find ways to use it. Day 9, 10, and 11, and today is day 12. I fucking love it. So however you managed to get me to buy it, I'm so glad you did. Thank you so much, SMR. It really changed me so far. Guys, this shit really works. Just try it. By the way, this is the reason I continue to relentlessly promote AG1. A lot of people get real fucking mad in the comments. Oh my God, Snake Oil Salmon's sold out. Oh my God, he's a scammer. This is fraud. But constantly, I'm pretty sure everyone making these comments is also currently short Tesla stock. I'm not particularly concerned about people having a negative perception, those folks suffering from small brain syndrome, still living in my bum's basement syndrome, etc., writing mean comments, claiming AG1's a scam or it doesn't work. I mean, bro, when I get feedback like this is what keeps me going. Just try this stuff for a month, and if you don't get these results, get your money back. See, it's a literal no-brainer. It's an IQ test at this point in time. Testimonial after testimonial after testimonial like this. Get your money back if it doesn't work. Just try it for a month, and if it doesn't work, get your money back. Today's the day. It's finally time. Be like this guy who was a massive skeptic, but finally, after 1,000 promotions in a row, caved in, tried AG1, and has results like this. Head to drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link at the pinned comment, and please, let me know how you're feeling in a few weeks' time. Now, if you'll excuse me, time to put my extra energy to good use. I'll be recording some more exclusive content for Patreon and my Twitter subscribers. So click the links in the pinned comment. See you over on Twitter and or Patreon, and don't forget to grab your AG1. Love ya.